I'm looking out the window trying to forget about it. If I look back that way, I'm like, there you go. Take that big face of me. I'm like, oh shit, that's what I look like. Who's that guru sitting next to you? That's what they told me. I gotta shave my beard and my dreads because I'm looking too much like a guru. I haven't achieved that status yet. So gotta go meditate a little bit longer and regrow it all back. My boy Tron, he was messing with me.
Oh man.
No, I didn't plan on it, but for whatever reason, the daughter likes my beard. So.
Yeah, man. People like the long white beard. I guess it symbolizes wisdom.
A lot of people tell me I'm wise. I'm like, really? My grandma's name was Wise. I just put that together. Well, actually, I guess my grandfather's name was Wise. But then, come to find out, my mom let it out of the bag. She's like, whenever I was little, we would always go foraging for mushrooms. And I was like, oh my gosh, was he? Was he one of the first psychonauts? I don't know.
So how the fuck they gonna make a computer out of mushrooms? Explain that to me.
Well, I'm just running the electron. Dude, I can't even tell you how they make a computer, but basically, from what it looked like. So, have you heard the orchestras being played by mushrooms and different stuff?
I seen the device that you can hook up to plants.
And it'll make the sounds?
Yeah.
So they did it to mushrooms, and it's pretty cool sounding stuff.
I never saw that.
So, that's basically running electronics through it. And then, so it probably progressed from there that you could actually store, different things. I mean, there's different types of mushrooms that create different kinds of toxicities, which might work well with the computer. I don't know.
Yo, that just gave me an idea. All you gotta do is hook that machine up to a living plant or something, and build a computer around it and just
now see
connect with Mother Nature and communicate with it.
That's a beautiful idea, but does Mother Nature want electronics connected into her?
It's already happening.
I know that, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Does Mother Nature really want that? Because everything starts with a beautiful idea, like the atomic bomb.
But I do believe that you can make a device that connects harmoniously with nature instead of destroying it like how, it is. Well, not even destroying it, with just no care for nature, no respect.
It could be a wireless system in the end, or a transition through the roots, because all the roots touch and talk to each other.
Yeah. All the trees
and shit connect. I have a book about that. The Secret Language of Trees. I got all kinds of books. I can't remember reading them.
Yeah, I got a lot of books too, man, but I need them on audio because I can't force myself to sit down and read.
Well, my favorite book is one I can't read. It's called the Vonage Manuscript.
You can't read it because it's in a different language?
Because it hasn't been translated yet.
From what?
They don't know.
So what does it look like?
It's an unknown language. Vonage Manuscript, it's a tome that has all kinds of illustrations of plants and different stuff, and then astrology and orgies.
Well, okay. Orgies.
Right. Something like that. I don't know. A bunch of naked women swimming around in the lake.
Well, it could just be a party.
Yeah, but, it might be the recipe book for a good party.
You ever heard of
a good night to have it? Oh my gosh!
That reminds
Did we just
me.
solve the Vonage manuscript? Because everybody's trying to do it. It's a recipe for a good fucking night.
That reminds me of the Emerald Tablets. We haven't heard of that, right? Emerald
I
Tablets.
thought it was a Jane or like a Indiana Jones search for the Emerald Tablet.
No.
No, I've heard of it.
Okay.
But I think they did do a movie kind of like that. Because I
Probably
mean,
did.
some movies are portraying real life.
Of course, most all movies.
But anyway, I don't know. But I think I heard of the Emerald Tablets.
Even
I
the
probably
Marvel
have
movies.
by this point, even if I don't remember. Like the Crystal Skulls are another one.
Yeah.
But what about the Emerald Tablets?
I think the language is written in cuneiform. I could be wrong, but in my tablets, they got so-called great importance to them. I don't know. It just reminded me of that.
This one's kind of cool though. I mean, it just has a bunch of pictures of plants. Is the main way it starts out, and descriptions of them. And from what I've been looking at, I can kind of figure out how the guy was doing things. You know, like at first he's just drawing a picture, and then he's writing down a description. And then there'll be the next paragraph, and that might be some more details about it. And then a third paragraph that might be after consumption and effects. Because basically, as I've been reading the book, the picture is drawn first, and then the writing is done around it. And sometimes the writing has to be done so around it that you can tell that it was done in 3 different times, you know, saying that this person first drew it, identified it, then he went down and did some toxicology on it or something like that, looked at it a little bit closer, and then he did a after eating description kind of thing. So I can kind of see what the person was thinking. I feel I know the thought process, but I'm not certain of the words and all this kind of stuff. But I think that I'll get a general feeling from that book rather than a knowing.
Yeah, and that's what it looks like. You leaning, 100% into the feeling of it because shit, you can't understand it, you can't read it, but somehow it's your favorite book.
Oh, and I was told to pick it up. Like, I was at the psychic store in Casadega.
Are you in the Casadega? You never told me that.
Yeah, you don't want to. Anytime you want to go to Casadega, let's go to Casadega. It's fun. Every place in the park. They got a park there. I'm going to play in the park, and then they got like little trails and stuff you can walk through. They have spooky little dolls and stuff. You know?
Yo.
It's good times, man.
Yo, I heard they say don't go at Casadega at nighttime.
Who cares? I was there at nighttime. I didn't even think about it. Oh my gosh, I got to run around so bad. So I go there trying to see a psychic. And I go to this one psychic and he says, come back in an hour. And I'm like, I've got somebody in here. And I'm like, okay, come back in an hour. So I go off and I look around the little place a little bit and we found the park, and by that time it was getting nighttime. So, and this might be what, maybe the people go nutty at nighttime, I don't know. But anyway, when I came back, there was a lady sitting outside. So I sat down and talked to her. And we're sitting there talking, chit-chatting and everything, and she's saying this and that and everything like that. But the main point of the story is she starts telling me, well, I think you're psychic. You know, I don't know why you go to see him. And same thing the lady at the bookstore said, you going to a psychic or you are psychic? And I'm like, well, I'm trying to figure out how to be one. I don't know. And she's like, oh, that makes me feel better. But either way, I go to this psychic an hour later. I'm sitting there with the lady. She tells me I'm psychic, or she feels like I might be psychic and stuff like that. And so she's like, I don't know how this guy's going to take you, because he's pretty, you know. And I'm like, I don't know. If it ain't with the button, the universe is on my side, so it ain't going to let nothing happen that ain't going to happen, you know. It is what it is. I ain't too concerned. And so anyway, the door opens and the lady comes out, and I go up, and he's like, you go away. I told you go away. I told you go lay down the street. I was like, you told me to come back in an hour, man. And I'm like, and it's been an hour, so I come back now. He's like, no, I told you to go lay down the street. I'm like, okay. So I go to lay down the street. That's Raven Star or something like that. And I then called her, and I was like, oh, this is a bullshit one if I've ever seen it. And I've done tried to go to a psychic before this, and the lady was sick like 5 different times. Like, I scheduled an appointment, and she couldn't make it 5 different times because she was sick. So I guess she wasn't very psychic. But anyway, what was the point of the story? I have no idea.
Nighttime.
Oh yeah, nighttime in Casadega. So, yeah, and then we were there at nighttime.
Yeah,
there wasn't nothing
the
weird.
dude told you to come back in an hour. You came back in an hour, and he was like, he told you to go away.
Yeah.
So what happened after that?
I went away.
So.
Oh, but anyway.
So how does that link up?
I did get the call. I did get the call from one other psychic that I felt comfortable with because he listed himself as a shaman.
Wait. So basically, you were saying to wrap that up. You were saying that basically there might be something going on with the change in nighttime, because when you saw him in daytime, he was like, come back in an hour, but when you came back at night, he told you to go away.
He's just a nut, man. But anyway, what was happening was that the universe was causing all kinds of problems, because I was just going to go to any psychic, and I knew it. I felt that the universe was just going to put like stumbling blocks.
Oh, now I see the point now.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it was just everywhere I went. It was like, no. But like I said, the shaman guy did get back to me, and I went and seen him the next day. So at that point.
So you were saying the universe is causing all these problems with you seeing the psychic, so you can realize that you're a psychic.
Well, to learn how to be a psychic, to just see one in action. I need to see a psychic in action to understand what cues, what they're looking for, what is their, like mine did this little thing. You would have an up, and you have it down. And all it is learning the sensations that's coming in. And I didn't understand that until, I didn't understand how to be my own, what do you call that person that figures out things for? Translator. You know what I'm saying? I can't this isn't a language. It's a feeling. You know what I'm saying? Give up knowing. It doesn't exist. You have to feel it. And as you feel this, your body's naturally going to give you just a little sign, whatever it is. And if you work on that and practice it, you develop this. This is what I took from it, because I saw his little up and down thing. So that's whenever I started learning to figure out my own little signs. And mine don't have anything to do with the hand motion. This is all hoopla.
Yeah,
but it
that's
did
all I
give
was
me,
going to say. Sometimes
insight.
They don't, like that teacher, that inspiring role model don't come because you have to like make your own. You got to create your own thing. So, I don't know. That's what kind of came to me when you were saying that.
Well, basically, I mean, but you have your own. Like his is that. But that means that I can't just go and start doing this and know what the fuck, you know what I'm saying? That's his language. You know what I'm saying? My life, my whole life, I've always thought of life as figuring out a way to develop language with the universe. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't speak to it with words because the universe don't speak in words. It speaks in feelings. It speaks in, just blips and dashes, whatever it is. We have to interpret it through life. And then finally we get this little glimpse of, understanding. Like, hey, now I know. Now I understand you. And sometimes you're wrong, and then refine and get it a little closer. But do I have any particular hand gestures or anything like that? No. And do I know when I'm psychic? No. Sometimes I feel stuff, sometimes I don't. I don't know that I want to make any money off of things, which, that's been an issue for me all my life, is if I had a gift, I'd like to figure out a way to have a side hustle and provide a gift for free, rather than even ask for any donation. But then if you don't ask for a donation, nobody takes you serious. If you don't have a charge, nobody takes you serious. You know what I'm saying? So you have to look at what society's been inclined to believe. So if you let go of all that, you still really don't even care about it. So I'd rather just be there for people and even make my money a different way, kind of thing. Just actually get away from them would be the greatest thing. Like I said, ducks.
Ducks and dogs.
Ducks and dogs. Ducks and dogs and microgreens. Ducks, dogs, and microgreens.
That's the name of your channel?
I don't know. That ain't the name of the channel. It's Dreadneck 131 is the name of the channel.
Dreadneck 131. Check his channel out.
It's Ducks and Dogs. And me doing stupid stuff.
And Michael Greens.
No, it's me doing stupid. But no, it's primarily Ducks and Dogs now. Just because that's what happened.
Yeah, man. That's awesome.
But no, that's where I'm at. We're just trying to build my vocabulary up with the universe, you know.
The language of the universe. Yeah.
One thing I did discover along the way, see, I have these moments that stick with me. Memories, as you might say, but not really memories because there's no details to them. It's just like, you know, like, so when I first started meditating, I was doing Aphantasia, just breath work, where you concentrate on your breath, and you concentrate on that little triangle right there, and you do relaxed breathing, basically your natural breath, and you just clear your mind of everything, and you just look, you know, just do nothing but breathe. You just focus your area right there, and just feel any sensations in that area. And when I was doing it, I started noticing that I have aphantasia, so pitch black. Anytime I close my eyes, can't see nothing. Don't have any visual recollection. Like, can't flash back and see something, you know what I'm saying?
I want you to explain what aphantasia is.
Aphantasia is no visual imagination. So, test is to imagine an apple, close your eyes, look at an apple. Can you see an apple? Can you see an outline of an apple? Can you see detail on the apple? And that just basically tells you where you are on aphantasia scale. So, pitch black, apple with all kinds of detail and a shiny spot, you know, even like an apple. You know, anywhere in between, you're somewhere on the, you know, between aphantasia and some other form. It has a different extreme name. So
yeah. So if y'all don't know, there are other people that don't even think or have the same mind as you. Like, they literally can't see visuals in their head. They can't imagine things. What else there is? Some people can't. They can't hear their own thoughts. They can't hear themselves think.
Visual recall. There's the hear. I can hear myself think. I think.
I can't remember what's the name of that though.
But
like, it's no voices in their head. It's just,
yeah. Oh yeah. That's the other. It's the audible aphantasia, which I can still hear. That's the benefit, I guess, of being.
But for you, it's just pitch black.
Pitch black.
You can't see. You can't imagine nothing. You can't see anything. Like, right now, I'm looking at a red balloon.
No. If I say red balloon, it's black. So.
Just black space.
Just black space, and sometimes a little swirliness to it. Like, ooh, it's getting groovy in here. But that's about it.
Wow, man. So like, how do you, like, if you had to do some type of puzzle game or something where you had to look at a visual image and remember what it looked like in order to win the game, like, how would you do that?
I don't think I could.
Wow.
Oh, Vipassana. Okay. Where I went to serve. I went up there to serve, and basically they have a diagram of how you lay out breakfast. Cereal goes here, milk goes here, yogurt, peanut butter, jelly, bread, all these things. See, I know all the words. I can remember all the words, but I can't remember where they get placed. I have nothing to go back and see this. So they let me know that there was a board, like a little thing, picture thing. When the door was open, you look at the back of the door, and there's a picture of where everything is over here. Now, this is fine and dandy, but as soon as I looked away, I couldn't remember what I just picked. I have to go and assign something, a number, a placement. I'd have to stare at that photo and actually give everything an assignment location rather than just glance back to whatever it looked like. It would have to be cereal first, bread second, milk third, or whatever order. So yeah, that's whenever I realized how limiting it was, but I've never noticed, because when you don't have something, you don't notice.
So to help you remember is like a sequence or like a list.
Yeah, like almost like a grid format sometimes, like everything subconsciously for the most part even, but everything is subconsciously or consciously programmed in to, like there's a doorway, you can see through the door, saying if I went through and I would have to hear my words though, that's the other thing. I can recall back to what I'm saying or something, and then that's still not 100%, but that's the best I got.
Okay, 2 questions. Have you been like this your whole life? And second, when did you realize that your mind worked totally different from everybody else's?
I think I've been, well,
so first question first.
I think I remember daydreaming. See, at this point, I can't be into the spiritual process to where I can't.
You've been like this your whole life, though,
I think I've been like this my whole life, minus very early childhood, up to like 8 years old, where I was daydreaming and stuff like that.
So you had visuals then?
I had visuals then.
Oh, okay.
But not visuals. I wouldn't be here. Like, wake up, Clyde. Daydreaming. You know what I'm saying? It's a different part of the mind. So this is what I learned, that there's 3 different parts of the mind that control memories and different things, and or visual elements to the mind.
Okay, so what this is telling me is that, you have an aphantasia, like it was a shutdown of part of your brain, a part of your mind, because of the circumstances that you're living in.
Have no idea.
So
but it's a possibility.
So you could reactivate that.
Well, there's not to say that I ever had an imagination. I daydreamed. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you check out and daydream, you could be in a different part of your brain than you are for imagining or remembering.
Okay, so before the age of 8, could you close your eyes and see things, visuals?
I don't have a memory of back to whenever I was 8 any longer. Now, I have stories. Only thing I have through all my life is whatever I've told a story about. I don't have any depth to that story. I don't have anything outside that story. Who else was there? It's not in the story. I don't remember. You know what I'm saying? That I don't have anything to go back and say, oh, so-and-so, or this and that. It's just whatever story I told about something, that's what I have. So I believe that this was my life, for the most part, all my life. I think I was either born that way, or it happened very early. Head traumas all my life. Very possibly it was a head trauma, whatever. Doesn't make a difference, because it's the cards I was dealt. It's what I lived. And now it's just learning to figure out, well, it's actually helpful, because in the meditation process, there is nothing to look at. No distractions. But it seems, I feel, and this is where I feel that whenever I meditated previously in my life, which would have been after 8, that I did see a lot, and it distracted me in the meditations. I feel that is truth, but I have no memory, because this is a silent moment. And that's what I'm discovering, is that most silent moments in my life are not remembered. I can't have a good moment you know, where I just go back and this was peaceful because I can remember yelling, I can remember laughing, I can remember stories, but I can't remember the feeling of what it was like to be back in that peaceful moment unless I'm back in that moment, in that same place. Then it's like, oh, I see it, I feel it, I can understand, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it's unique and it's kind of cool and I like it, but I didn't like it.
Okay, so when do you realize that you were different from everybody else?
So that was like 2018 or so. I went to see my dad.
Wow, it took you a while.
Yeah, so funny thing was I was an artist in school. Like that's all I wanted to do was be an artist. I daydreamed and I drew. And
it's like
I daydreamed and I drew. And
I know somebody's gonna ask, like, how did you draw with no visual imagination?
I could draw whatever was in front of me. But I didn't ever have a way to, like, okay.
So you the guy that's, you know, got the naked girl in front of him, he's just drawing.
Yes, yes, I'm that guy. But I wanted the imagination to draw whatever I wanted to draw, something from my mind. I was wanting it so bad. So as I progressed through school, senior year, it was me and another guy. He was the best artist, I was the best sculptor. When it came to sculpting and stuff like that, I can put things, you know what I'm saying, I can sculpt, I can chisel, I can take things away and I can put them right to where, you know, I'm looking and everything goes perfectly because I am graphing and making a numeral, you know what I'm saying, it's stupid, but it does work out good. It's like plotting a course in a computer, basically, rather than, you know, actually remembering what you see and trying to put it back there. You know what I'm saying? I have to be focused and taking in every little detail and then putting it back, you know. So that's where it kind of gets similar to a computer almost like refined, but no imagination. And the other guy was like, he could vomit stuff out of his mind, you know, like, bleh, something's on the paper and it looks awesome, you know what I'm saying? Like, this thing's twisted up and moving this way, you know, or whatever. He's morphing shit. He's just doing all kinds of stuff. And I would try, and I'd have to take two different things and morph, you know. It's like, I'm trying to like, I'd be like lining up, well, this is stupid. All I'm going to do is draw this exact same thing and this exact same thing and put the little splice down the middle. And I can't figure out any good transition. I can't figure out how to take parts from this one and put it on, you know what I'm saying? This stuff's baffling me. So, yeah, but I can draw perfect, right on, whatever you know. But the other, well, here. You asked about the naked lady.
Oh.
No, this is from back when everybody.
You gotta keep it PG-13.
No, I'm just showing you. Nobody else gets to see. That's like a little carrot. When you come back, give us 1 million subscribers, you get to see the picture. Yeah.
You heard it first.
There you go. I won't remember. You better remember.
I might not remember either,
But they'll remember.
yeah.
That's the part I'll remember. There you go.
Damn, she hairy.
I like Kush, man. What do you got to say? Let's see. There. No more refined.
Okay.
Alright. But yeah, so I can't do any of that though. Unless I got it right, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's a mess without anything in front of it.
It's a nice drawing. It's a nice drawing.
So, yeah, but so then back in 2018, I was like, all right, so all my life I wanted to be like this guy Sean, and it's like you got to open up your mind's eye to have. Whenever they said that people could see stuff in their head, I thought they had to be spiritually enlightened people that, you know, opened up this third eye, and then that's when you get your visions. So my entire life was searching for this spiritual path just so I could get me some visions so I could draw. That's it. Alright, so then come to find out in 2018, man. So I lived a life this way, just wondering when am I going to figure it out when I'm old, yeah.
Everybody has their own incentive.
Yeah. So, 2018, I'm talking with my dad, and I'm like, I'm getting somewhere on my, you know, I can see colors. I can concentrate real hard, and sometimes I can get blue. And then sometimes I can get yellow. And sometimes maybe I can even get red. Red's easy though. And he's like, boy, I can see whatever I want. What are you talking about? And I was like, what? How are you so spiritually enlightened? You know what I'm saying? Because this was what the path was, man. It was opening to that third eye and having something up there in your mind. Yeah. It was rough. Man. So then I went on my real spiritual journey. It's been a rocky road. But it was fun all the way up until that. I was doing a lot of stuff I shouldn't have done probably, but I did it. I guess I should have done it then. No regrets. I'm actually thinking about getting that tattoo. No regrets.
No regrets.
Just like what you were talking about before. You see something from a different side. When you actually get to the point, put that fucker on. I don't care. It's all temporary.
Yeah. It's all temporary.
Some people be laughing at it. Hey, you know they fucked up your car. You put exactly what I want. What? Be a conversation starter. Never know. Leave it to your true love. You know, just because you have this tattoo that says no regrets. She thought it was so funny. Like, oh my gosh, this guy's been down so bad. I gotta share him up.
No regrets. Yes,
So, yeah. But yeah, so that was an eye opener. That was craziness. But Aphantasia, I don't know why we even jumped on Aphantasia, but what were we talking about before that? That's all you. I don't remember nothing.
Yeah,
Have too many simultaneously moments going on.
What I want to talk about now is, what was that Mario looking type mushroom?
Oh, my Anamitas.
Say that slowly.
I don't know how to say it right. That's why I say it fast. It's either Anamita or Amanita. But musculera or muscara. They make it so hard to say. It's Yoshi mushroom, man. It's, you know, the typical red and white polka dotted Santa Claus mushroom.
See, man.
But this was Persenica. Anamita persenica.
What's the difference?
One's more poisonous. One will kill you better. It's because they are poisonous, supposedly. I don't know. So anyway, the whole
So
story
you
is,
say you can't eat it?
no, you can. People have eaten it. Just matter how sick you want to be. Because I mean, there's death, live, sick. You know, there's a scale on that too. So depends on how much you eat, and then it kills you. But if they're refined, boiled, dried, whatever, there's a process to it. You make a tea, and then you drink it, and supposedly it's good. But right off the bat, they're supposed to be poisonous. Wet, dry, I don't know. But I don't recommend eating them, but they're good. But if you feel like eating them, that's all you
What kind of trip does that give?
Feel good. A little sleep time. Did you take some? Yeah, you had some of me. Look at that, talking like you didn't have none. So what was it like for you?
Well, I wanted your opinion, but for me, I was just relaxed and had like a
That's what I said.
vivid dream.
Yeah, that's about what I said. I didn't have a vivid dream. I had a memorable dream. I felt good about it. It felt like a good dream. But I don't remember the dream. From what I remember.
I was vibing as well too. I was feeling good.
No, it was a good time. So, yeah, it didn't kill us. Benefit.
No, it didn't.
Am I doing it right? But yeah, you try to get out of that one. That's pretty bad, man. You mess with my memory. See that? Like you never had it before.
You said
but then
you can't remember.
You made the moment though.
You said you can't remember things.
Because you're like, how was it when you ate it? Oh, wait a second. It seems like you were asking me. Yes, it's coming in. Like, I'm having a psychic premonition about my memory. That's what it is. Like, I have no memory. I have to have a psychic premonition about my memory.
You got memory, man.
I do, but only moments. Like oblivious the rest of the time. And then, it's like driving, and after you ran through the stop sign, you're like, oh, there was a stop sign. Damn it. And you come to the next stop sign, and you go, oh, there was a stop sign. How many times can you do this before something goes terribly wrong?
Oh, no.
So, I mean, yeah, for the most part, I can remember some shit, but I can't remember the important shit. You know? Well, what I think is important. We'll see what's important in the end.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, really, I didn't remember anything about you having the mushroom with me. Until after you said that little thing right there, and then I have like aha moments. Like deja vus is what I get. Like, oh, this happened before. You asked.
The memories are in the field and you're connecting to them at certain times.
Yeah, I'm in the cloud. Cloud 9. Clyde 9. Cloud 11. I never put myself together with Cloud before, but yeah. Nobody ever called me Cloud. Maybe they did. I got teased about my name all the time. So.
Cloud.
It was usually Slide, but I'm rebranding myself now. Slide. Soft C. Slide. Yeah. Instead of Collide.
Yeah. You don't want to do that no more.
That hurts.
Yeah.
But, no, that's interesting stuff.
Life is interesting. Very much so.
That's the thing though, like, most mushroom trips, I can't remember. I know that I have visuals during that time frame, but afterwards I couldn't tell you what was on it. I couldn't describe any of it, My ceremonies. I seen Buddha. That's all I can tell you. I seen Buddha with some swirly lights around him. I seen that. God damn it, that's what I saw. Yeah. I had a good conversation with the motherfucker. But anyway.
Yeah, what was this experience?
And during the Aya.
What is that?
Oh, ayahuasca. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you act like you don't know.
I have to allow the audience to understand as well.
Okay, audience. Ayahuasca. What is it, Capivine? I believe it's Capivine from Brazil or whatever.
I never
And
had
then Daime, that's what the one that we had was Daime from Colombia. Maybe? But anyway,
Medellin.
Medellin,
Medellin,
Medellin.
Colombia.
I won't know. I'm not sure.
Oh.
I just heard Colombia in there somewhere. I mean, if I heard Medellin before, I probably wouldn't remember. That wouldn't be a word in my vocabulary. You know, I can't store that one. But Colombia, yeah, Colombia was in there somewhere. Conversation, Colombia, Daime, maybe. I don't know. But connect the dots. Breadcrumbs. Yes, that's what life's like. Following the breadcrumbs. I could be doing one thing one minute and something else totally the next because breadcrumbs led me a different way. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, I can't hold a conversation.
It's all good, man.
Yes. Oh man. So yeah, so the ayahuasca ceremony. So you drink ayahuasca, drink a couple of cups, vomit a whole lot of vomiting. They make a circle for vomiting, special little place. Go vomit here. That way you don't have to step in it everywhere. But it usually gets everywhere anyway. But yeah. And then if the ayahuasca doesn't get you, my ceremony had the Japo.
Like vanilla?
Sure, I've been in. Japo, which is another DMT powder. And that blew my mind. But that's whenever I seen Buddha. Both times was after Japo. Which is, from what was described to me, it's just a DMT powder.
That's what Japo is?
I guess as good as mine.
Mm.
Just remembering kind of what I heard. I don't know. Remember I was fucked up too.
You do remember.
I just know that my mind doesn't work the same because I used to have jobs dependent on keeping track, scheduling, and doing things, order, you know, all these things. I couldn't do that stuff now. Don't see it. I mean, I could do it, just be really slow. Don't have that, you know, a lot more angry back then. So. Either way, it's peaceful. Self-inflicted or otherwise. I have peace.
Peace it is, man. And we gonna peace out to y'all.
Bananas.